Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your dude, your rebel, yo guy steps in this level, representing Star Wars fam. It's your boy Ken Sargent, aka 1192, saying what's up. Welcome everybody to another Key Clip episode. For today, here we get Key Clip episode 374 for season 7. This is episode 24. I was almost wrong on that. We got a whole lot more, and hopefully we try to get something quick for the end of the season. You know, we got a whole lot going on, so bear with me. We're gonna get through this. I got y'all. Love y'all. So, before we get to this review, it's going to be a little something quick and easy. Do a recap for 371. We looked at the Hard Trucks 2 PC game from like way back then. Great game to have. I hope to finally get pissed so I can play it. For 372, we looked at Animaniacs, a great show that I would definitely recommend for those that love a lot of classic stuff, especially for Warner Brothers. And in the last video, 373, we looked at the Pac-Man mini arcade game, which is it's original in some cases. So for today, we're gonna look at a show that I basically just finished, and I know we did it for the last few episodes. So there's another Netflix series, Cobra Kai. Very wonderful story, first off. Now, for those of you that are familiar with the Karate Kid movies, verse 1, 2, and 3, then the fourth one being the next Karate Kid, and we're not going to include the Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith one, because that's a different story. Remember that. Totally different story. Different actors, even then. But this one right here, as far as those movies go, and that was like back in the 80s. So, with those shows being done, and then years later, you know, of course, streaming is going to be the next big thing. In comes Cobra Kai. It was basically the other dojo, reverse side of Mr. Miyagi's. Basically, Ralph, of course, comes into town. You know, he's all new and everything. And then he tries to take karate. He goes to Cobra Kai first, and then he finds out his bullies were there, which was Johnny Lawrence. And then, you know, after that whole entire series, he basically finds Mr. Miyagi. He teaches him, and then he beats Cobra Kai to a pulp. Bam. Gets hurt. It still wins the championship. That's brave. So, with Cobra Kai, the show, and also, I forgot to mention, spoiler alert, with the show Cobra Kai, which is recent into its second season, this is going to follow the story of Johnny Lawrence. And so, after all those years, you know, that he's been kind of on a wreck. And he, you know, he's doing what he can to kind of get back on his feet, so to speak. And surprisingly, the originality of the whole entire show, it's very, very well put, very well connected, and it's just. And so basically, you know, he's like this guy, kind of. He was trying to get jobs. So one of which is basically, I think, like just doing like a little side job. Doesn't have a job yet. So one night he sees this kid going to the gas station. He's coming back out, and there's these bullies coming after him. And so he wasn't really concerned about the kid. He was mostly concerned about his car. Really, really nice car too. And they saw him like kind of bump into his car, and he got mad a little bit. So he's like, "Hey, get away from there!" And the bullies kind of got on him for a minute. So he basically fights those guys off, and it's just like, wow, he still got it. For an old guy, he still got it. And so at that point, you know, the kid's trying to thank him, and then of course Johnny's kind of being, you know, whatever he is, he's trying to tell him to shove off. And basically, you know, one day he's like, "We teach you karate." And so Johnny basically kind of looked up himself, because the kid, he wanted to kind of learn self-defense, kind of, you know, protect himself. And so beforehand, his car got wrecked by some person. Goes to the dealership where he has to get towed. That's, of course, he meets Ralph. And Ralph is a car owner now. He's basically a dealership owner. So that right there was basically the reuniting of two rivals. And so he basically, when he learned about the car and everything else in between, he's like, screw it. That's when he starts getting this open little space to do Cobra Kai. And of course he gets that one kid that was being bullied, and there you go. And so afterwards, you know, a few episodes in, you know, it accumulates more. There's other stories. You know, the kid has his story on there. And so I didn't want to try to spoil the whole entire season because that's gonna be forever. But you know, it's like I said, the story itself is really great, you know, and it really follows Johnny along the way. And in fact, it's a few episodes of the season, and like I said, I finished all that within a week. So it's short, but still fun to watch. And so, you know, later on in the series, later on like in episodes, the one thing that also made this cool was cameos and comebacks. There's been a whole lot of comebacks. Now, of course, when you got a show like this, you do the best you can to bring back other people. So they bring back just great characters. They bring back some of his friends, you know, of course Ralph, and they have their little references. There's a whole lot of flashback and a whole lot of references in the shows for, I won't say each episode, but like just left and right. And it's just amazing. It's just the choreography is good. The dynamic is awesome. The scenes and interactions, they're very good. They have a really tight connection, and of course, with how time has changed, and so so like, you know, Johnny's kind of taking it all in. You know, Ralph is basically, or not Ralph, I'm sorry, LaRusso is basically doing what he's doing and everything else in between. I gotta say Ralph, that's his real name, Daniel. Okay. At that point, like I said, the character development has changed, but they still kept it the same, but with a different aspect. It kind of turns around. So you gotta really think like, okay, yeah, it's not Karate Kid no more. It's a different story, but with the same intention. So with all that being said, how they go at it, it's actually, like I said, it's really not self-sided, but it's most likely, it's still two stories in one. Because Daniel's story, that's already done. We're going now to Johnny and everything else in between. Like his students with Daniel's students. It's very interchangeable. And of course, some of the characters on there are really cool. And I like how they diverse the characters as far as how they want them to be, how they have to act, how they have to look. I like that very much because it's very balanced. It's very unique. Because like, when you think like a karate or martial arts movie, you think like, okay, they're gonna wear something weird. But I mean, you know, like I said, there's karate scenes, but like, it's still how they really perform in it, and it's great. Basically, every character, like I said, every character has their own setbacks, and they have their own ways of actually, you know, being something special in that episode, let alone the series. And like I said, it's a good number of characters, good number of fights for that matter. And like I said, it's just everything about that show, it was just fantastic. So I definitely recommend you guys, if you guys watch Karate Kid and you want to take a chance on this, go for it. Because I saw it, I know it was on YouTube Red, but then I finally got it on Netflix. So yeah, it's just been incredible. It's an incredible story. For those of you that want some good story, check it out. Check it out. Because surprisingly, I seen 2, did not see 3. I did not even see the 4th one because I didn't know about the 4th one for that matter. But yeah, the whole James Smith one and Jackie Chan one, yes, again, it's different. It's just same story, different outtake, and everything about that is just different. So that's not included. But either way, good story. Check it out. That's the end of this video. Like I said, I didn't want to spoil the whole season, so I want y'all to get well acquainted. So that's gonna be the end for 374. Hope you guys like this one as I did, and that's something I would like to see even more. Like, subscribe, comment to the channel. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/dude1192, or Ken Sargent like always. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, dude1192, and even Snapchat and TikTok, dude1192. Till next time, stay tuned for 375. I'll see you when I see y'all. Peace. Awesome.